Hi there, welcome to this edition of the Calvin Chronicles. This video continues my visit to the country of Cambodia, wrapping up my temple tours in the province of Siem Reap. We'll be exploring 5 temples that were built over a 2-century time frame, so we'll be looking at temples that were built as far as 250 years apart from each other. So if you enjoy history, keep watching. If this is your first time to my channel, consider subscribing. This will help you to be notified when new videos are released. If you missed the first part of the temple tour, I will put a link right here, and you can start from the beginning if you would like to, and that will send you back through to this video. Let's get back to Cambodia. Okay, so day 2 of temple tours, and we're just getting started heading out of town. So it looks like the first temple of today is actually 100 years older than the ones that I visited yesterday. So let's see what we got going on today. And no talking, walking these steps at all, so I'll be back later. This is pretty amazing to see something that's been standing for over 1,000 years. Here's a quick view from the first level of the stairs. This is the way that I just walked up to the temple. And besides the steps, this is another big reason that I'm not actually walking and talking. There's like the little steps and entryways that are kind of raised, so you have to be mindful of where you're walking so you don't bust your nose. I do have travel insurance, but I don't want to use it if I can help it. And you probably noticed so far that there's been a lot of like boulders just kind of like laying around, either around, outside, or within many of the temples that I've visited. I do not know if it's the case with this particular one, but I was at the Ta Som temple yesterday, and the guide had mentioned that some of the rubble is between wars hundreds of years ago, not recent wars, but between Buddhist and Hindu countries. So when one took over the other one, they would destroy the religious structures. So I'll do some more research to see if that's the case at this particular temple, but that was kind of one of the things that I learned yesterday. And it looks like I've actually made it to a temple that I can climb today, so I will be up these steps here in just a little bit. So I wasn't able to climb yesterday, and I think that was because of a religious day, so you could not climb yesterday, so I wasn't able to see Angkor Wat. .45-degree angles in the sun. 1,000 years ago. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
1,000 years ago.
Yeah, if you read that book by Dr. Mann, the book about Angkor Wat being, a time piece, or I don't know, You know, they've done their things like, it starts on the bridge. When you stand on the bridge, you first of all you have the equinoxes and the solstices marked. If you
I missed that. You see that on the bridge?
Well, if you stand on that bridge, you know, and you wait for sunrise, equinox on solstice, winter solstice, it was just, you know, a month ago.
Yes.
The sunrise would be exactly behind the western gate, the southern gate.
Oh, you're not talking about this. You're talking about, okay, you're talking about the big bridges. Okay.
The Angkor Wat bridges.
Got you.
And then with equinox, it will, of course, people know, they go and see the sunrise behind the temple itself. It's just, I've seen videos of that, but it's just an amazing experience.
One of the ways that you can tell if a temple was Buddhist at any time is if you can kind of see here, this is where one was removed either through vandalism or after any kind of battle. Say like if there was a war that the Hindus won, they may have taken that down, but it also could have been vandalism too. So all of these were removed. Okay, this temple is Preah Khan, and I believe that I'm pronouncing this correct. But it was built in the 1190s, either 1192 or 1194. I don't remember just right now, but 1190. So it's been around for a while. Back out of here. It's like, oh, that's the statue there. Oh, first or second. This is the second line. Oh, you have to go. Okay. All right, tight fit in here. Oh, there we go. First wife. First wife in here. First wife of the king. We just saw the second wife. And I might be stuck in here, but let's see if I can get out. Now this is reminding me of Louisiana right now. The lakes. And I know those aren't cypress trees, but that's what it's reminding me of. And so one of the common things that I've noticed when approaching the temples is that you're usually going to either cross water either to get to the temple, or on both sides you'll see reflecting pools of some sort. So this has been, I think so far, by far, the smallest temple that I've been to. Pretty much what you see here is everything. So there is a small prayer area to the right. I'll get some stuff for that a little bit later, but if there's somebody in there giving prayer, then I may not be able to get that, but I'll see if I can. And this here looks like a horse. Yes, that is a horse in the water. So I will have to see what is up with the horse, and I'll add that to the video later. But yeah, but this is the entirety of this temple. So this will, I think I have one more after this. Okay, this was by far the shortest temple visit that I've had in the last 2 days, but it is probably a good thing because it is starting to get a little toasty out here right now. So I'm gonna get back to the tuk-tuk and get me some lunch and cool off for a bit. Okay, now we're checking out Ta Som Temple. One of the things that I haven't talked about is I've been visiting a whole lot of temples and got a 3-day tour, which I mentioned. But one of the things that I actually have sometimes forgotten is that you're going to be asked to show your ticket at each temple, and even sometimes within the temple. So you want to make sure that you do not lose that ticket at all, or you have to go back to the main entrance to get a new ticket. So don't forget your ticket. So what we're looking at right now, this is the entrance to Ta Som, but the guy here in front of us, he's going to check my ticket when we get up here. So let's go inside. Okay, so while I have it out, I just want to go ahead and show you that ticket. So this is the ticket that I got yesterday morning. This is the 3-day ticket. There's also a 1-day and a 7-day option. So they take your picture while you're paying for your ticket to make sure that you're not handing this to somebody else. So the ticket is also non-transferable. Opposite end of Ta Som. So you can see the sun kind of getting on us here. Okay, this is my last temple of the day. This is actually the oldest temple also that I've been to in the last, I think, 2 days. I'll double check on my first one from yesterday, but if that was not, this is my oldest one that I've been to. So the thing that I notice right off the bat is these are 100 to 200 years older than the other temples that I've been to, and right away I can kind of see that the building materials are smaller. The other ones had larger boulders, whereas here These bricks actually are almost kind of the size of what you would see in houses today. So I am guessing that there was a big jump in building technology from the 10th century to the 12th century. Original steps. Most of the steps from the other temples were wooden ones built on top of the original ones, but much wider steps in this temple, which I'm not complaining. They are higher though. High steps but wider for my feet. So I'm not sure if you can see this. I can see one of the spires of a temple. I do not know which one it is, but it is, let's see, it is, let me see if I can get my finger on it. It is right there. Okay, so the trade-off to having the wider natural stairs are no handrails, so I'll see at the bottom. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was getting down the stairs, but handrails, I definitely see the value in them, but the stairs are bigger, so not a problem getting down. You may have noticed in some of the temples, and I forget if I've actually mentioned it earlier, you know, obviously these things have been here for a while, but here you can kind of see that this wood structure is actually buttressing the wall, holding it up, and you can see a few more down there. So further up it's actually leaning a little more. So I know that there are some preservation projects on some of the temples, so you know, obviously, you know, these are things to be treasured, and it's good to see that people are actually doing something to preserve them so that others can see them. Okay, so that's my last temple for the day, and I'm not sure if it's the last one for this trip, but definitely a full day today. I was actually surprised that I'm not seeing as many people at some of the other temples as I did at Angkor Wat. But if you are planning to visit Siem Reap and visit the temples, please expand. I think it's worth your while to go and check out some of the other ones as well. So like I said, definitely a long day, and if you're staying for a while, you can maybe break that up into chunks, but some of these other temples are worth seeing. Like I said, this one today was 100 years older than all the other ones that I've been to. I hope that you enjoyed exploring Cambodia's temples with me. If you enjoyed the video, let me know, hit the thumbs up button below, and let me know what you thought. I will have more content from Cambodia for you soon. I do appreciate you following me on my journey, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.